All right, Huber, here we are. Welcome one and welcome all. This is the E3 2021 Betting Special Results Show.
We are here.
Yes.
I am ready
Yes.
to go. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I have a big feeling I lost. I don't know the results yet. We haven't dug in. We haven't dived deep into these results together yet.
Yeah, well,
I'm a little nervous.
you never know. I mean, here, well, let's take a look again. This is where the team started. We were only a couple hundred points apart going into this thing.
Yep.
And,
Don, when I walk into Las Vegas, I expect to lose. The same vibes I have is when I'm betting against you. I just expect to lose.
Yeah.
Just the energy, you know, it's mental damage. The energy is just too strong, Don. I don't know.
I've had a couple of hot wins on the last couple, but we'll see. You never know. You may be driving home through that desert happy this time. Tired but happy, Huber.
Stopping at State Line for a celebratory cocktail.
A little bit of alien beef jerky on the way home, maybe. It does happen occasionally, so let's see. Let's get through this and see how it panned out, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, first off, let's just get right to the action. Shadow drops. This is an exciting bet. I think we thought, a lot of people, we weren't the only ones, that there was going to be a lot of shadow drops.
Yeah, you know, last year we kind of had off of, you know, it was kind of a, you know how you don't need to bring it up. It was last year.
Yeah.
We thought the floodgates were going to open here.
Exactly. We thought there was going to be a lot of surprises in store, and maybe it ended up being a little less than we thought. Isla, Bloodworth, and Brad all went in on overs. These were the nice straight, you know, 300 cost bets and double your money for 600.
Yeah.
Jones, the only one going under. Here's what I did. This is the thing with the shadow drops too, right? This is sort of like an unannounced thing, right? Or a game we maybe know about, but we don't know the release date, or a demo, a beta, something that drops the same day, the same period of time.
Yep.
A surprise.
Yep.
I had Bloodworth do some research,
This
some
was
double checking.
Guided by the doctor.
I needed to make sure we didn't get anything wrong on this one. Here's what Bloodworth was able to confirm, okay? We had Dark Deity. E3 Digital Showcase. This was an exclusive drop. It was an official shadow drop. It counts. That's one. We had Minutes of Islands at the Future Games Show. Okay, this can be confirmed. These are small games, but a lot of times this is where the shadow drops come from. Yep. One more coming up here. Hot Pot for one at Wholesome Games.
Hot Pot.
This was at 3, so at this point now, a few people need a little bit more, and we thought we had that with Demon Throttle at the Devolver show. It was announced as a physical, right? We remember this? A physical release. We thought it was a shadow drop. Upon further research, though, it was a shadow drop for a pre-order only. The game was not immediately available. Yes, so 3 is the number. The under hits, and with that, Jonesy picking up his first 600.
Get paid, Jones.
Yeah.
Well done.
So a good start, and I think a lot of people were shocked we weren't shadow dropped a few more titles this E3. Moving right along, Huber, what did we have next?
Claptrap will ascend an odd or even number of stairs.
Yeah.
We had the now infamous Gearbox
universally panned, I think.
Claptrap did not reveal itself, though, and only Bloodworth put money on this. Odd. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So Bloodworth loses some cash.
Yeah, lost 300 there.
Yep.
He believed, but boy, they really didn't show us much, did they? Nothing, almost nearly nothing of what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
Right after that, we got right into one of our very popular brand new auction style bets this year. With that, this was a good one. Resident Evil Village DLC to be announced, 4-1. We had a big believer in the form of Isla for 900. And was this announced, Huber?
Absolutely,
it most certainly was. If nothing else, it was just a screen with some text appearing, as you see, but this was enough. Absolute confirmation of Village DLC en route. And with that, massive payday. Look at this.
That to me is the bet of the show right there.
You were very happy with that wager.
Very happy with that wager. Very happy with that belief. So when you boot up the Resident Evil Village DLC, whenever that day comes, thank Isla.
Absolutely.
Personally.
Yeah, absolutely. She made it happen. And look, Isla on your team. Okay, so right away now you're jumping up. 3,600 puts you in a good spot.
And Jones had that win too, jumping up big here.
You're off to a good start, Huber.
Jumping
Let's see.
up big.
What do we have next?
Zero is zero confidence I have right now, by the way.
Well, it should be growing. Don Bucks in the pot.
Will we see Samus's face in a Metroid Prime 4 teaser? It was not Metroid Prime 4. It was what,
not.
Don?
It was Dread. Which was
Peach trees.
So Damiani did say no. He did get paid correctly, calling that out. A clean little 600 Don
Which
bucks.
is always, not to call out the betters here, Don, but it's always a little, it pangs my stomach. Damiani coming in with negativity.
Yeah.
And somehow gets rewarded because of a technicality with Metroid Dread. Doesn't sit right with me, but it goes where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. That never feels good, someone betting on something not happening at E3, and certainly a lot of things didn't happen at this E3, but that made some people happy. Damiani with 600 Don bucks right there. We moved on. Look at this. This was an interesting one. More than 10 costumed mascots will appear during the Ubisoft Riders Republic presentation. How did we come up with that number 10? I'll tell you how we did that. The house came up with that number in the some of the previous showings for Riders Republic shortly before E3. There were single screenshots with more than 10 mascotted figures, so we figured this was actually sort of a low number initially for the house. It turns out, though, upon analyzing that trailer, we had a lot of the same mascot visible, and not even a lot of that. It was very, very few. I think some of that footage was not what we expected.
Yeah.
We analyzed the official presentation, looked through it, slow motion, freeze frame. You had some motion blurred characters. Not everyone was completely discernible, but we could say, I think, fairly safely, that it was under 10. So Isla, Jones both thought it would be over. Damiani getting paid again here, though. Uh-oh, here he comes.
Damiani roaring in.
Coming back with another quick 600 with the Riders Republic. What did we have after that?
Again, with the infamous Gearbox presentation, will Randy Pitchford make a mistake while performing a magic trick?
Yeah.
Isla, Damiani, and Ben, all three said no.
Yep.
And of course, Pitchford did not make a mistake while performing a magic trick.
There was no magic trick performed. I know there's some debate about that, but I think this was pretty clear in the end. The council wanted it this way.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree with you 100% here, Don.
Yeah.
The framing of the question, will he make a mistake while performing a magic trick? The answer, straight up, is no.
Right, it didn't happen.
It did not happen, therefore no gets paid.
Yeah, so quick 600 for Isla, Damiani, and Ben on the board now. So that's getting kind of exciting.
All right, rising up through the ranks.
What's next?
Yeah, will Mario Kart be revealed? Bloodworth and Jones going for it here, believing in Mario Kart. Ben Moore, though, level-headed, said no chance.
I thought it was a safe bet that Mario Kart had to be there in some form. I was wrong. I mean, we're saying Mario Kart, right? So it could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
And it just didn't.
It could have been like Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Hot Wheels coming out.
Something.
Like Mario Kart merchandise, anything.
Flagship franchise, just absolutely in stealth mode this E3. It was bizarre. I don't know what was going on there. We got more auction action next, though. This was a big one of our first massive whale wagers. What did we have?
You read that one, Don.
Will Project Triangle Strategy lose the project in its title before the end of E3? 4-1 odds. Was anyone going to bite? Ben bit big. 2,000 Don bucks. Again, though, with the no, which kind of shocked everyone when he made this wager. We thought, I guess everyone sort of assumed this would be put on display, and it absolutely wouldn't have that title anymore. But Ben knew this game wasn't going to be shown, probably.
Yeah.
He was absolutely right. It paid off big time.
Big time. This was a big bet. This was classic Ben Moore. This was a calculated, premeditated, thought out bet. That's why I love him.
Yep.
He has these bets where he thinks, he calculates, and he also has bets where it's purely from his heart and emotions. My kind of better. Shout out Ben Moore.
Yeah, he knocked it out of the park on this one, Ben. And this was one of those bets that you sort of forgot was even placed.
Yeah.
And during the show, I wasn't thinking about Project Triangle. I was not thinking about 8,000 Don Buck payday. Meanwhile, Ben is sitting pretty.
Wow.
Really nice move there by the one and only Mr. Moore. What was after that?
Will the cumulative amount of apologies for Halo Infinite be over or under 20 seconds?
Yeah.
I love when we have both sides of the coin here.
Yeah.
Bloodworth says over, Damiani says under.
Yeah. What was it determined?
Under.
Nothing really in the form of an apology, would
I
you
didn't
say?
hear them even broach. I didn't hear them even flirt with an apology.
No, not even batting an eye at it. It was like they just were moving forward full steam ahead.
Yep.
A little bit to my surprise, but
soldiering on.
Damiani seemed to call this one out, collected a quick 600 Don Bucks again. A few, small paydays, but he's racking them up.
Yo, Halo Infinite looking good.
Looking sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah, that's a good thing. This was a fun one next.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This one I think was close to your heart.
This was my favorite.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Will Celebrimbor speak? Of course, he is the one of the protagonists in the Middle-earth games. Long-rumored third game in a supposed trilogy.
Yeah.
We are primed. We are set. We are ready for that return. Bloodworth, Brad, and Ben, though.
They're not ready for that.
They did not take the bait. That was a bait bet for sure, and they didn't fall for it.
They didn't fall for it.
No.
Smart.
So this bet actually, Don, this makes me think for the future, gotta get a little more tricky.
Yeah.
So next time there's tricky bets, blame Celebrimbor.
Yes. Absolutely. Moving on. This was an interesting one. Will the new Silent Hill be first or third person? And this continued to be interesting after E3 initially. All kinds of crazy rumors swirling, this and that. But overall, Isla took some action on this, but we can't confirm anything. There's no sign of Silent Hill that we can really lean on. So this was just a scratch it off. Nothing doing there.
Lost in the fog.
Yeah.
Love the bet, though, Isla.
Yeah.
Love the belief.
Look at this one. Halo Infinite demo and beta. And the action was across the board.
Fierce action, Don.
Everyone except Damiani absolutely believed this, including Jones and Ben. Over 1,000 Don Bucks each. Incredible.
Everyone but Damiani lost cash on that, and we know why. We know what Damiani was up to, but the contestants just could not lay off of this one. You know what I love about this one is the 3-to-1 odds.
Yeah.
You know, the illusion that, maybe it's actually going to happen with those kind of odds here.
Everyone thought it was a guarantee. They said, how could it not?
How could it not? What better way to alleviate fears than letting people get their hands on it?
They still letting it cook.
Letting it cook.
A little bit more before we can, so no one made off with any Don Bucks on that one. Another big auction bet after that, though. This Bloodworth came out swinging. What did we have?
What a swing! What a swing here!
Yeah. It was this swing felt good. This was one of
this a good swing.
Yeah. Except,
you know, Bloodworth's, he has a long and storied history of E3 too. So from his perspective, I can see why he put money on this. Miyamoto is usually around E3. Will Miyamoto reveal himself? I mean, this could have been
in any
packaged video.
In any form.
Some highlight, anything at all. Miyamoto, E3 Nintendo.
Yep.
Did not happen. Bloodworth coming in strong, Don.
Yeah, Blood thinking the timing was right, and it's not a bad idea. I mean, Miyamoto not showing up too often. This was going to be it. Turns out no. So Bloodworth, ouch, big whiff there. 1,200. Don Bucks down the drain. We got a little bit something back to the house on that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I love
Loved
that
it.
Isla came out on this one. Indiana Jones will crack his whip. Isla taking a swing.
A cool 100.
Yeah, nothing to lose there. Really, you just love it. You love the spirit of it. But
You love the spirit and such a good chance of just a whip cracking to a logo. You flash the logo up there, you crack a whip, Don.
I thought there could be even a rogue sound effect coming in. You know, the sound guy presses the wrong button back there, and maybe suddenly Isla's coming in with 500 Don Bucks, but it absolutely, we didn't hear anything. We didn't see anything. To be determined at a later date. Indy is staying, keeping his hat on tight. So nothing doing there. After that, this had some big odds, trying to tempt some people. What was it?
And it did.
Yeah.
It tempted Jones big time.
Jonesy came in with 1,000 Don Bucks.
I don't know where Jones's head was with this. It's like he knew something.
Yeah.
Or he knew someone who knew something.
Yeah.
What do you think, Don?
Everyone was rattled when Jones laid this kind of cash. The confidence behind this bet of all bets on the board, I think everyone was baffled. That's exactly it. Someone said there must be insider information, something behind it.
And it, you know, this is the one that is going to keep me up at night, Don. This is the one that I'm going to lose sleep over. It's not the one that everyone is anticipating. It's this, because this cost Jones a key 1,000 that he really could have used down the stretch of this betting special. This is the ultimate loss.
Wow.
We need to know more. We need to find out a post-betting special wrap-up. What did Jones know?
What did Jones know? But more than that, who burned Jones with this misinformation because it didn't pay off? He was wrong.
Was he set up? Was a setup at play here, Don?
Yeah, and you're right. I didn't think about it, but the way this wager affected Jones down the line, too, wow.
Yeah, nightmares.
It hurt him.
Nightmares. Elder Scrolls 6 will be given a specific release date, 7-1 odds.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen.
Yeah.
Isla, 200. Bloodworth, 200. Jones with a crucial 1,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crucial.
It was shocking, and it remains shocking. This was wild. Starfield, you know, this is one of the big they said, we know this is going to be here. It has to. How can it not? But in what form? And I brought it up at the time the bet was made, that keyword of gameplay. Starfield gameplay will be shown. The players, almost everyone believed a little bit, but Brad
went big. Brad was ready here.
He absolutely had 100% confidence in this happening.
And I liked his reasoning, Don. I liked his reasoning. This is the game. This is the one to come in, guns blazing for Microsoft, for Bethesda. It's been teased for a while.
Yep.
Felt right. I mean, you know, dating back to the last question, even, Don, about the release date.
Yeah.
This got a specific release date. But, like you just said, the key word, gameplay.
Yeah. And it was interesting with so much on the line for Starfield. I mean, there's so much hype, leaks of images, etc. We knew there was going to be, I maybe expected more of a blowout in footage, and so there you thought, well, there's got to be gameplay in there. I don't know if I'd go so far to call it a blowout. It was just sort of another look at it.
Yeah, sort of a mood setter.
Yeah, certainly nothing that qualified for gameplay, right?
No,
yeah,
just in-universe assets.
Were visible, stepped into the cockpit, and right when you thought maybe we'd get going into some gameplay, nothing doing. So you got to feel bad for your boy Brad on that one. 3,000 Don Bucks down the drain. Ouch. And our former champion lost a massive wager on that one. It hurts.
Took a big swing, went pretty much all in, you know, let his fate ride on Starfield. I mean, if I'm gonna let it ride on something, you could do a lot worse. You could do a lot worse than letting it ride on that bet. So shout out to the defending champ.
Yeah, for sure.
It just came up snake eyes this time around.
Yeah, you can't fault him for it. I mean, 4-1 odds, that's the thing. I think that line was so tricky because in a guarantee, when we knew something Starfield had to be shown, and you see that 4-1, you say, that's a pretty good payday for a guarantee if you go in heavy, just like he did. I mean, it was a smart bet.
Really smart bet.
It
Super
just
smart.
did not pan out. So many surprises this E3. So Brad didn't get anything there. Next up, what did we have?
Jeff Keighley will have a live or recorded conversation with Hideo Kojima.
Yes.
2-1 odds. I mean,
Yep.
history repeats itself time and time
Over and
again.
over, yeah.
These two are thick as thieves.
Yep.
And Kojima had a lot to show. Had Death Stranding, director's cut,
Which you pretty much called that out too. I was saying. You called
bullseye on that one.
You
But,
should have put some Don Bucks
I
on
know.
it. But
Seriously.
yeah, it did happen. Low, safe, line 2-1, but Isla came in with 2, picked up an easy 4. Cool, and no one else took advantage of that one. Kind of a surprise.
Yeah. Because I thought with, Death Stranding extra content or Silent Hills, that
Had
whole
to be something,
thing,
yeah.
like,
Got to be something. But
Totally.
so yeah, good call on Isla there. Another auction action after that. Oh boy, this is another one. Will Nintendo introduce an N64 library similar to the NES and SNES collection? Again, look at that line, 4-1. Blood. Shooting it down with a no.
Yes, Blood knows the way this company operates.
Truly.
He is tapped in. The odds are solid. It's 4-1. I mean, they're not flashy. It's not, we're not flashing lights in your face here. Just a nice, comfortable 4-1.
This is something obviously everyone would have been so excited about if it did happen. I know out of all the wagers, this is probably the one I was hoping that the players would be wrong on the most, because I wanted this to happen. I'd love it.
Yep.
But like you said, Bloodworth absolutely knows how they operate. And he just collected a cool 1,200 off of it. A Phil Spencer, here we go, another one, 6-1, big payday. Unusual bet though. Phil Spencer will linger on stage when Pete Hines is introduced. Convention starts, and I think everyone was a little taken aback when who came out. They had a stage. A lot of the question before this, when this wager was placed, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, Xbox isn't even going to have a stage. Maybe we don't know what the presentation is going to be."
Yeah.
There was a stage.
Todd Howard is there.
Lo and behold, who's out there at the beginning? It certainly is not Phil Spencer. No one's lingering.
No linger.
Yeah, Bloodworth thought it may happen. No one else wanted to get involved.
No.
It didn't pay off. What was next? This was big. Biggest thing of E3, obviously.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yo, was I praising Brad earlier? What? 100? On Elden Ring, Brad? What?
Well,
Elden Ring will be given a specific release date, 8-1 odds.
he wanted to show some form
Brad
of belief.
with a paltry, insulting 100 Don Bucks.
Yeah.
Isla coming in strong with a cool 900.
Oh, yes.
And you can bet your bottom dollar, January 21st, 2022, is the release date for Elden Ring.
Day and date. Unbelievable. This is not the first time Isla has put a lot of money where her mouth is when it comes to Elden Ring. Absolutely supporting this franchise for several betting specials, and it finally paid off for her. It actually makes you feel good. Yeah, you wish Brad got in a little deeper on that. At least he believed, but he was also saving some of his maybe cash for some other places. 8-1, and here's on the opposite side though. This is where I think that 8-1 line kind of put a lot of fear in some of the players. Yeah, they say.
Oh yes, Don. Great point.
Too much of a risk. People figured, it's not happened so many times before. I'm not going to lose my money again. But look at that.
Yeah.
Paid off big time.
It paid off big time. Big time.
7,200 Don bucks.
Wow.
One of the biggest payoffs.
Yep. Huge.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Positive bets, positive
Yeah,
rewards.
this is a win-win for absolutely everyone. The players are getting rich. The house is happy. Everything is going good here. And and also, Brad 100. I mean, look at that, 800 out of 100.
Smart.
You can't complain, but that's one of those things. Sometimes you can't sleep at night. You thinking about how much you could have walked away from.
Yep.
Now we had a few coming through here. Payouts. These were some of the free wagers we offered.
Yep.
So nothing for the players to lose. Easy $200 payouts, but some of them didn't come through.
No, well, the Dragon's Dogma sequel be co-op. This now, Dragon's Dogma is the one. You know, we're not giving up, Dragon's Dogma. We're not giving up. We're gonna keep placing bets.
Yep.
We're gonna keep wagering.
You'll be at 8-1 on the next one, maybe.
We will not stop until Dragon's Dogma rises again.
Yeah, someone will believe in it at the right time again.
And of course,
Isla in the action. They'll be there again, I'm sure, next time. But it's free wager, so nothing to lose. You just had to strategically choose which free wagers you were going to do.
Yeah.
Limited to 2.
Yeah, we were giving it out. It's Dragon's Dogma. We're all friends here.
Absolutely, yeah. Another free wager here, and boy, I think you and I dodged a big-time bullet on this one.
Yeah.
You want the Switch Pro to be announced.
Yeah.
The wager was, will the name be stupid? This, no doubt, if that Switch Pro, whatever it is titled, came out, that would have been a knockdown, drag-out battle with the council. So many parties involved. How do you determine the level of stupidity or coolness? You saw when they were placing the wagers, it's a difficult thing.
Yep. Will the name of the Switch Pro be stupid?
We don't know.
Not available. The answer is not available.
Yeah, that's it.
So yes and no are both wrong because it is undetermined at this point in time. The bets are closed, and it is undetermined. Therefore, no one gets paid.
100%. Will it be interesting to see if this bet comes back, maybe in another form in a future betting special?
The unicorn that is the Switch Pro, Don. Where is this
Continues to mystify. I know. It's so got to come at some point. This was a tough one, okay?
Yeah.
And again, I think we dodged a little bit of a bullet by Bloodworth being the only one to wager.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. Musical performance, Ubisoft. Blood was the only one to place a wager.
Yeah.
Ubisoft didn't really have musical performances, did they?
No.
However, they had Rocksmith, correct?
Correct.
It was determined that counted. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, determining how long and what section of that demonstration was a musical performance would have been under discussion if more people waged. However, because Bloodworth was the only one to place a wager on, he got the $200 bucks.
Oh, yes, okay.
Nice and clean and
Closest
easy. So
to.
it could have been very controversial.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe it still is a little bit controversial. Hard to be controversial with that kind of payout, unless this whole contest comes down to 200 or less Don
200,
bucks.
We'll revisit it.
We'll
if
see what
it's
happens.
200 or less.
Yeah, this could be a trouble
we'll
for us.
We'll revisit.
So for now, we're giving Blood the Don bucks.
Fair enough.
All right. Let's see a few more, including another big auction wager. We really wanted this one.
Whoa.
I know you and I
Lara
wanted this one.
Croft.
There you go.
My goodness.
Very nice.
I've heard Lara. I've heard Laura.
Lara, you know,
A British accent is different than an American accent. The inflections are just different.
Yeah.
You know?
As long as you get the syllables, I think you're okay.
My goodness.
Bloodworth, lone believer on this one.
Yeah.
Wanted to see double pistols.
Love the bet.
I love it too.
Love the bet.
Yeah.
The double pistols have been absent for too long.
Yes. It seemed like the time might be right.
Throw it in. Throw in the double pistols. The double pistols do not define Lara Croft. She defines the double pistols.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get double pistols though, did
Nope.
we? So it
We did
was
not.
burned again.
Still just a bow and arrow and a knife, I guess.
Bloodworth losing 100 easy Don bucks there, no problem. You know, gotta respect the wager, but it didn't happen. A lot of things didn't happen. This E3. Look at this next one.
How many times will the word extreme be used during the Riders Republic demonstration, Don? Jones said 11. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here with Jones. It's like sometimes he is just not tapped in. His mind is elsewhere or something.
The number was shocking. A lot of, people commented, I think after this number 11 that Jones gave, they said maybe if this is the 90s, 20 years ago, the number of 11 of extreme would be feel right. But boy, oh boy, it didn't come out. We didn't hear the word extreme mentioned.
No, 0 times, not even close to 11.
Yeah. However, Jones, the only one to wage, 0 is a number, we suppose. It's been told to us. So somehow he escaped betting 11 extremes and he won 200 Donbot.
Fell into it.
It was absolutely shocking.
He legit fell into that.
Yeah.
He fell down and found 200 Donbucks on the ground.
One of the biggest surprises of the night.
Yep.
Honestly. This was depressing. Donkey Kong gets some love. Another free wager.
Move on to the next one, Don.
Yeah, we all know what happened there. No one liked it. Here you go. Another number-based free wager. What was this?
How many times will Phil Spencer say Game Pass? He likes to say it, Don.
Yes.
He loves to say it. In fact, I'd say he lives to say it.
And this, if any other, is the year of Game Pass is just coming out like a leviathan.
It's Netflix now.
Absolutely crashing through. Yeah, Godzilla of media, of games media, and Isla and Jones both believed it. Look, if it was how many times would the graphic Games Pass appear during the presentation? This might have topped 30 or something. I didn't count, but it was being shown, right? Visually, Games Pass was being represented. However, they held out. Phil, he didn't show up till the end of the presentation. He didn't speak for long, and we only heard him say it a couple of times.
2 times. Still, he snuck it in there.
He snuck it in there.
He loves it.
So Jones, again, with that mysterious number 11, paying off for him.
Yep.
That's curious, isn't it?
Must be something
about that
special
number.
meaning.
Yeah.
For that number. Maybe I judged him too quickly, Don.
Jones got a fortune cookie, and on the front of it said Elder Scrolls is going to be released, and on the back his lucky number was 11. It's the only thing I can think of.
That's canon.
I know I would have. That's how I sometimes strategize my wagers. Only a couple left before we look at the totals and see how this all shook out. Huber, what do we have next?
How many different species of Pokemon will appear throughout the Nintendo presentation? Nobody biting except Ben.
With a 0.
With a 0.
Yes.
Only one that bet. It doesn't even matter how many show up.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben gets paid.
Yeah.
Quick 200.
Fortunately for us, because we would have to be digging through the footage.
And we don't have to.
We don't have to.
Thank you, other contestants, for not betting on Pokemon.
Yes, and Ben cleaning up with a couple hundred Donbucks, adding to his pile. Now here it was. Everyone was curious. Damiani, what on earth are you doing? Sitting on your pile of cash, not waging. And we arrived at the last auction bet.
The most controversial.
Very controversial.
It all happened because of a typo at the last minute. If you really want to know behind the scenes, a typo is given to me 5 minutes before shooting time. Not going to make excuses. I'm just giving you, the viewer, the facts. 5 minutes before shooting time, chaotic E3 week.
It was a late night.
We get the typo right then.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It doesn't sit right with me. It's a trash bet.
It really is.
It is just a trash bet all around. The most I can spin for it, Don, most I can spin is that it gave the contestants a long-form strategy.
Yeah.
Because only one contestant gets to get these bets.
Right.
So, planning ahead long-term and going all in on this is a strategy, and it is a strategy that ultimately paid off for Michael Damiani.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. We had several seconds, just enough to qualify as it being shown. And controversial bet. That one kind of maybe slipped past the auditors. And we could.
No excuses.
The house lost a lot of money, but look at this
16,000.
Geez.
Doesn't sit right.
It doesn't sit right.
And he's coming at it from a positive place, like it's going to show up, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, he believes in 16. We were hoping for more. You know, it was shown a while ago. We were hoping for a new trailer, new anything, and we just gotta stay tuned for more of recycled footage.
Yeah.
So really, it's a technicality. Really, you just hate to lose
And
like
to
that.
pay off like that
It
on a
hurts.
technicality hurts too.
Doesn't sit right with me.
It doesn't sit right with you. The only thing I can say is, Damiani taking advantage of the system,
Absolutely.
playing the game.
Finding the loopholes.
Absolutely.
Finding the loopholes.
And
You cannot fault the man.
exploiting it to the max. You
Max.
gotta tip your
And
hat
who
to
better
them.
than Damiani
Tip your hat
to
to the
find exploitations?
Absolutely.
To find loopholes, to game the system.
It's what he does.
It's what he does.
Yeah, he does it the best. And because of that, it left
But
little
also,
doubt. Yes.
Also, too, remember, Jones showed up to this bet with how much, Don?
3,100 Don bucks.
3,100. Remember the 1,000
Yes.
he put on Starfield?
Right.
He would have outbid Damiani by 4,100 and decimated
Yes.
the competition.
Right.
It's all about that insider who fed him false information. We will find you. We will expose you.
We want to know what Chinese restaurant he had dinner at before the betting special.
need
Where
the
that
fortune cookie.
come from? But listen. Unbelievable. Several turn of events. We're not through with this yet, Huber. There's some drama. Okay, so Jones, because this is the last bet of the evening, because Damiani outbids him, this means Jones is left with 3,100 Don bucks in his pocket that he essentially doesn't spend. It's going to be
3,100.
added to his total at the end, okay? So
Correct.
what happens? Damiani, with a massive payday on this, it certainly guaranteed he was going to be the champion of the players. And as you see here, the total scores, it did
feel
ensure
good.
that.
Doesn't
With
feel good.
18,400, Damiani is the lone champion.
I don't like it.
Listen, it's not over yet. Let's look at the rundown. Isla, making remarkable moves in this betting special. She came in at the bottom of the list and ended up climbing all the way to second place with 11,850 on the Don bucks. Okay.
Gutsy bets. Bets from the heart.
Yeah.
Bets from the soul.
Believing.
Isla.
Yeah. Feel good, absolute feel good betting
good.
story
Feels
on
good.
this E3. Ben coming in, pulling together, several bets across the board, including the massive 8,000 Don buck win to put a total of 10,000 Don bucks.
Coming in.
Third
strong.
place. Jones pocketed the 3,100, and he needed that because he ended up, staking to fourth place, dropping a few marks down the rung, but walked away with 4,100, which is a crucial number, Huber. It's a very important number. As you'll see here in a moment, Bloodworth dropping down with
Jones had his
2,100.
head in the clouds, Don.
But he came off with a decent amount of cash, though, 4,000. Bloodworth, had a rough kind of go at it. Overall, lost out on a few big bets and came away with 2,100. And Brad, some of the biggest surprises, including the absolute, he was annihilated by Starfield.
Yep.
Absolutely cruel what
Didn't
Starfield did to
fully
him.
believe in Elden Ring too. I
Right.
mean, this was not
tough
the
break.
champion that we are used to seeing here, honestly.
And the champion that was coming off of two huge betting specials prior to this that was leading into this. So but that's the story of the gambler, isn't it? You're one day you're riding high on top of the world, and the next day you're sifting through the gutter looking for old tickets, quarters,
Looking for free
what may
rolls.
be. Yeah, absolutely. But look what happened, as you know. So this is the rundown of the players, and we thank them all for doing a remarkable job. Now let's reveal the team totals. We were a couple hundred Don bucks apart at the start of this thing. Okay, and once again, the teams, Huber, Ben, Isla, and Jones. I was here with Blood, Brad, and Damiani. Coming off of Damiani's massive haul, Team Don, 21,900 Don bucks. But a true team effort from Team Huber, 25,950. You won, Huber. Team Huber came back against all odds and won the whole shebang with, look at that, 25 by over 4,000, somewhere in the range of 4,000 Don bucks.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. I ran the numbers a few times. It seems like everything checks out.
Brad!
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad.
is just shocking. But
The champ's luck had to run out eventually,
at
honestly.
some point, every winning streak comes to the end.
Yes.
And I can attest to this.
How the mighty have fallen.
Including myself. I was on a bit of a hot streak prior to this. When I saw the results, I had to check them 2, 3, 4 times. I couldn't believe it. But what can I say?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe this.
Congratulations, Huber.
I can't believe this, Don.
I'm very happy for you, though.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, you worked hard for it. You put together a solid team. My team is now going to have to come up with a cutscene from a game that has not been released, right? A sequel, an unannounced sequel.
Unannounced sequel, a cutscene. You're free to use your contestants or not, whichever you choose.
Oh, they're all going to be involved in this one.
And, it's all low stakes. It's the honor system here. We're all friendly, It doesn't need to be some 20-minute production. I obviously know it's not going to be some 5-second thing.
No, it'll be nice.
So, and then meanwhile, for Betting Special 1 and 2, the first 2 parts of this trilogy, I must put on and write 2 deleted scenes from Tim Burton's Batman/Batman Returns.
Batman Returns, specifically
returns
Batman
for both.
Returns, yep.
Okay.
2 deleted, two imaginary deleted scenes.
2 imaginary deleted scenes of my creation for Batman Returns.
These could be pre-credit, post-credit, whatever your imagination can find. I'll be looking forward to that. I forgot about that. That softens the blow a little bit for this big loss.
We're all paying the price here, Don.
Either way,
Either way, though, you take the ultimate crown because you won 2 out of 3. I was just trying to avoid the sweep, which somehow I did.
You did. Well, you avoided the sweep. I took 2 out of 3, but you took the big kahuna here. Either way, you all are the big winners. You're going to be in for an unbelievable evening of drama and thrills with Batman Returns and also some cut scenes unreleased. We don't know if we'll package this all in one night yet, how we'll pull off the performance, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to all of our contestants on both sides.
Yes.
Damiani coming through as
champion,
as the ultimate champion.
Cheers to you, Damiani.
For this.
Yeah. Been major plays he made. So
18,400 Don bucks.
Yep.
To Michael Damiani.
Yeah. And we'll get ready. The next betting special, it's only a matter of time. It's going to be a whole new ball game once we start again, okay? The start of something fresh. This was the closing out this trilogy of Degeneracy Reborn. And we'll see you next time.
It's been great, Don.
Yeah, it's been fun, Huber.